In the world of crochet, a slip knot is the adjustable knot used to start most crochet projects. It creates the first loop that goes onto your crochet hook, which you then use to begin making stitches. Now, to start making a slip knot, there are many methods, but the one that I find very helpful and easiest for me is a double E method. What I mean by this is I will take my yarn end and I'll make sure I grab out a couple inches and I will make my first E. So for demonstration purposes, I'm going to do it on the table. So I'm going to just take my yarn end here and wrap it around so I can make the letter E. So this is the first E, as you can see. And when I made the E, I made sure that I overlapped the yarn. So it's like this. All right. And then with the remaining length of yarn on this side, I'm going to make another E in the same fashion. Now, the trick here is that I'm going to take this E and I'm going to put it through this loop, and that is what's going to create the knot. So carefully, without making this unravel, I'm going to pinch at the intersection of this E right here, like this. And I'm also going to pinch on this left E as well, making sure not to adjust anything. And I'm going to put this E in the middle of the left E and just pull it out. Once you do that, you just pull as much as possible and you have something like this. Then you want to grab your crochet hook and pull the ends on both sides so that you adjust the knot accordingly and it's a little snug. It doesn't need to be too tight because you're going to need to make your stitches. But I'm going to do this again so you can see what I did. Again, I'm going to make 2 E's. This time I'm not going to put it on the table. This is how I do it normally. So I'll just make an E with my index finger and I'll punch it like this. And then I make another E around my middle finger like that. Okay. And I pinch it. So with the 2 pinches, I'm going to put the rightmost E under. You don't put it on top, but you put it under. Make sure you put it under and through. And that is how to make a slip knot. Again, you put your crochet hook in the middle and just pull both ends, making sure you don't pull too tight because you want to be able to make crochet chains. And that's your slip knot. I'll be showing you the second variation of making a slip knot, and this actually may be easier than the way I just showed you. So again, you're going to have your yarn end just tossed to the side, and you're going to have your tail end to your right. Now, with this method, you're going to have your yarn just hanging here, and you're going to make a loop again, just like that, making sure that the intersection is on top as opposed to being on the bottom. So again, I'm going to just make the loop again like this. And then I'm going to take this end, pinch it, and just put the loop right on top, just like that. And then lastly, I'm going to just pinch this middle yarn here. As such, you're going to get something like this, and you're going to hold on to the 2 ends of your yarn, the yarn end and then the tail end, and pull those slightly, slowly, and then prepare your crochet hook to be put in the center of the loop. And once you are adjusted, you're going to go ahead and continue pulling the ends until you're snug enough to the crochet hook. You don't want to make your slip knot too tight, but it should be snug enough that it doesn't fall off the hook when you're adjusting. So that's the second variation. Hopefully that was easier if you didn't find the other one as easy. But again, I'm just going to show you how easy it can be once you start practicing more. Look at that. And that's your slip knot.